Okay.
All right, we're recording. So it is November 6th. Man, this month has flown by. It is November
Oh my
16th,
God.
2023. Yeah, New Year is almost over. Man, it is
Yep.
7:29 a.m. I am here with my brother Kailash again, also the professional trader here. Man, we're just gonna be doing another live reaction to the news. We got unemployment claims coming out. Do you think it'll be
Mm.
volatile?
I think yeah, but even though it's not a 3-star event, or on yours is a red folder, but on TradingView it says like 1 star. But yeah, I think it's gonna make it up. It's gonna
Uh,
have an effect.
that's interesting. I didn't know that on TradingView.
Yeah.
It it was like I didn't know it
But
was
I
a
do think,
I'm sorry, say that again.
like I think what is it? Okay, jobless claims. So like high unemployment should make the dollar go
Make it go down, right?
yeah down, and then low
Yeah,
unemployment make it go up. Because honestly, I don't even know the meaning of jobless claims. I don't even actually know like
yeah, that is actually pretty
how it exactly
interesting.
works.
Uh, Nothing too impulsive, but
Okay.
looking maybe slightly a little bit bearish. The numbers are still pending on my end. Do you have the numbers?
Let's see.
So I see import prices. That was a yellow folder. Came out higher than expected.
A
Philly
little bit
Fed
higher
index.
for jobless claims.
Okay, so
It's interesting. My numbers are different on this one.
what are your numbers, Sean? Oh wow, so
Let me read it.
231K. That is pretty high.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm seeing what was forecasted was 221, and the actual number is 231. So moving in the direction of a bearish dollar in my opinion.
Yeah. Means interest rates have to go lower.
Um, I know you were looking at the you showed me the I think was it the 10-year yields bond?
Yeah, like there's US 10Y. There's also TNX, and you can also use 10Y1 with an exclamation mark. But yeah, that
You
one.
showed me, yeah. I think I believe this is the one that was like right at that support level, and it kind of broke it in my opinion,
Yeah.
because I believe when you showed me it was like over here potentially like bouncing off, but it broke. It came back inside. A lot of people were probably buying it back up, and like today we're seeing it like fall back down. So like if I'm just looking at the from a fib standpoint. It couldn't even break past that 50%. So real interesting, man. What do you think?
It was this the CPI really didn't help it like go back higher either. But it's really interesting. I learned about the whole interest rate thing, like I learned about it like this year, and yeah, I could talk a lot about it. But it is really interesting. Apparently it has a more of an effect on gold than the dollar, some people say.
Okay.
Um yeah, but there's lots of
Uh,
opinions on it, but as we just look at the charts, we try not to have too many like opinions.
yeah,
But
for
yeah.
sure. Man, that gold that we were talking about yesterday, it seems like I may be getting saved on it.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Wow.
seems like still waiting for it to make this higher high right here, but good bullish potential like reaction. So but what really made me like this trade yesterday, even though like these were big impulses candles, like for it to go all the way down here, almost hit the 50 and then like retrace halfway. To me that was like sign one of the buyers. I was a little impatient because I did enter right here, but
Hmm.
then to me this bullish candle right here was sign two and then sign three. So it's like I think I'm gonna start adding to my game plan maybe like three confirmations when price gets to that level. Like, have they put their mark in here that, this can potentially go up. And I mean, even gold, in my opinion, like not really just safe yet and can't really call it bullish yet. And
On the weekly chart, I really like looks like even though it's inside last week's range, all pretty much for the
yeah,
most part,
Mhm.
it looks nicely to set that higher low. And if you look at the fib retracement on that move, it's probably from my eye, I can see like maybe it's like a little bit above 50%. So it's
Mhm.
almost like a bull flag just from the low of the week. It's like a little bit lower than a 382, but maybe including
All
the
right.
wick. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Perfect. Yeah.
So I think it looks
Perfectly.
for like a lot like a mid to longer term
Mhm.
hold, I think it might come back up there. Who knows?
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. Man. I'm also in this GBP USD, but I entered again. It seems like this 236 level couldn't hold, but I went ahead and I tried again at that 382 level, so I entered around here. So just looking to see if this level can hold as well. So those are the two trades that I am in at the moment. Are you watching anything? Maybe you want to share your screen, man. Take us into the
Sure,
world
yeah.
of Kailash.
Yeah. I'm not in any trade at the moment. I kind
Uh,
of got saved myself yesterday with the Japanese yen trade. So my account is back to break even. Let's see. I can open up my FTMO. Let's see. I even lowered it because I was looking at the six pairs, but now I got it on four that I'm
yeah.
looking at. For DXY, you know what's interesting?
Wow.
On my
Is that
daily
current?
chart. Yeah, this is the current one. And
Wow.
I'm starting to use this capital.com one because it has the volume and it's recent, but I recently marked this kind of daily sideways area. And this is like my key because you can see it held as support right
Yeah.
here. Like it popped outside of it. And when it came back to back test it, it held it as support. And then on a second round, when we came down from that CPI, or this was not the CPI, this was like the Federal Reserve, I think, meeting.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure around that time. They what's it called? They back tested it, held as support, bounced, rejected off of this whole sideways area, cut right through it, and now at the moment it's acting as resistance temporarily.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
watching
So
that.
it seems like the supports are coming resistances and like nice like breaks and like the textbook breaks and retest that
Yeah.
that you would see on like a book or whatever.
And I'm putting a key because this is like my key. Like if I want to be bullish the dollar, I want the buyers to prove it to me. I want them to get above and I want them to kind of test it at back as support. And only
Yes,
then,
yeah.
if they can get
Mhm.
above this area, then I'm going to be a buyer. Otherwise, I'll just patiently wait to see maybe if they can go lower or maybe if they can go sideways. But just being patient, see how low the sellers can take the dollar if they want to take it lower. Maybe test this area, who knows? But we'll see. I'm going to like be patient as a buyer. And it's amazing how many kind of like taps it had as resistance. And I noticed the open of yesterday from the New York session, like the 9:30 open,
Mhm.
kind of like held it as support overnight, but now we're cutting through it. So that's another level I'm watching. If I want to be bullish dollar, I'm gonna take away this because I'm gonna move the open when the open comes at 9:30, the our time. But I might leave it here just to see like as long as we're below yesterday's open, I'm not gonna be bullish the dollar. But yeah, yeah.
Are
That's-
are you looking for a potential reversal or are you trying to continue with the trend?
So yeah, I'm probably gonna continue with the trend, but I'm actually like I may not take a trade with the trend. Just I might take no trade at all in terms of like dollar pairs because I mean it kind of does look like a bear flag, so I might. But I do think like on the daily chart, I would rather wait. I would rather go for a bounce play, like just a very short term trade. I'd rather go for a bounce play just to like, you know what I mean, get a like a bounce.
Yeah.
Try not to predict, more like react, but there's lots of room to have like a bounce, even a weak bounce. But we'll see. I mean, I'm probably going to trade the US 100 probably to the bull side, or it kind of is due
Man,
for a pullback. But yeah.
I wanted to ask you because I know you look at US 30
Oh yeah.
are is like is US 30 and like the dollar do they like do opposites, do they do the same?
It's mostly opposite. Yeah, yeah. Just in
Mostly
general with
opposites.
stocks. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It tends to be
interesting.
opposite. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
interesting.
like we both know like the correlations kind of come and go. I
Yeah,
have this
yeah,
one.
yeah.
I watch all four on my index chart. I have an index here. Because I just mark up the US 30, the Dow Jones one. I just mark up the highs and lows, but I don't trade it. I mainly just do the US 100
Mm,
on the top right.
mhm, mhm.
But on the bottom right, I have the US 30 here.
Yeah,
But
man,
yeah.
because I'm wanting to not on FTMO, but I'm wanting to start trading like the Nas 100s and but not like on a not like a everyday type of thing. Because
Yeah.
what I've been noticing is because like I understand how like volatile gold is. So like when it comes to me taking like a trade on gold, like I really don't be messing around. So
Yeah.
what I've like realized, like just looking at some of my trades is like I do pretty well when I take gold trades and I hold them for longer because they're so much more volatile. So it's like, if this thing moves, it's gonna do well for me. And like I don't know, it's weird, but I've noticed
Yeah.
that like I don't have like FOMO when I'm on gold. Like I'm okay holding, I'm okay like not cutting any profit, just like moving my stop loss. So that's something I've been noticing. So I feel like when the risk is more and it's more volatile and like you have that like slight discipline, that's what I'm starting to notice. Like maybe like the more volatile pairs like the Nas 100, the S&P 500, and things like that might be good things to get like good swing trades on. Like that Nas 100,
Yeah.
when we were looking at it from all the way at the bottom, to cause somebody I
Yes.
watch right now, he literally bought it at the bottom. He's up like 15,000 right now.
Yep. And it's amazing.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't even have to buy that much. And what you just
Mhm.
said is holding it over maybe like even 4 or 5 days, as long
Yeah,
as you're able to
yeah,
just hold through that all that profit, it just
yeah.
it's a machine.
Yeah, man,
And
he's been in that trade for like 2 weeks now.
wow, that's amazing. And like that's a really good hold. Like that's good discipline. I mean,
Yes.
it's just been kind of on the like this is the daily chart that I'm looking at, and it's just been perfect, unfortunately. But I think we could have a small pullback. I'm anticipating that. So I'm
Yeah,
not trying to buy all the way up here, only for short-term trades. But I will say on the hourly chart, it's just been sideways and up, sideways and up. That's just been like how it's been going.
yeah,
And one thing I'll just say with these indexes, when you trade them, at first, these moves up, they didn't make any sense to me because they were moving all the way up, and I'm trying to trade it for like it's gonna pull back, like
yeah,
other
yeah.
things,
Mhm.
but they don't. And once I started marking up the high of yesterday, the low of yesterday, everything started making sense because you could see the price is not getting below the high of
Yeah,
yesterday or below the low
yeah.
of yesterday. And as
Mhm.
long as that remains the case, don't fight it. And that was a big game changer for me.
So
Yeah.
it's like markets. So from what I've noticed, like just watching the charts, like markets either do like the quote unquote breaks and retest, or price is just so strong it'll sideways out or balance. I think somebody I used to watch, he used to call it impulse balance, impulse, like literally just impulse
Yeah.
balance out a
That's
little bit and then straight impulse again. So yeah. Hmm.
the market can only do that. That's literally the market can only go impulse, and other people call it excess, but it's the exact same thing. It's impulse, trend, or balance. And you can
Yeah.
even see how reactive some of these balance areas are. And you can see on the volume, like on the side,
Mhm.
this literally the visible range volume profile, it tracks how volume moves depending on what the price is. And
Yeah.
volume tends to kind of like aggregate as like a distribution. And it's really complicated. I'm not even like an expert. Like I'm still always learning about it. But price usually like reacts around those areas. Like you can see this whole sideways area.
Yeah.
When they sellers tried to come down, the sellers couldn't create any change relative to this structure, which means like they couldn't break down from it. So it's really interesting. I could ramble like
Hey,
for
let
hours.
me let me ask you, that volume thing on the side, is that like in real time or is it like a prediction of the future? Because I don't know if you've ever heard of Ichimoku. It's like a Japanese trading technique,
Yeah,
and there's this thing called the cloud. I
yeah,
think
I've
it's
seen that.
the Ichimoku cloud, and basically like the Ichimoku cloud. like it predicts like the if it'll be more bullish or bearish, like like a 30-day forecast, something like that. But it's pretty cool and like I don't know. But I watched
I've
some
seen
guy who
people use
uses
it.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I watched the guy. He's a Japanese trader. His name is Forex Trader Kai.
yeah.
And he uses FTMO and he's pretty cool with it. So like, yeah, that's what I was asking. Is that like volume thing? Is it in real time or is it
Can you
like
see it
a?
moving?
No, no. See, I was so caught up in just talking.
No, no, that's good because I want to learn about the Ichimoku cloud because I've seen people use it, but I actually know nothing about it. Like, I think it uses Keltner channels, or maybe I'm way off, but I need to learn about that because I've seen people talk about it. Same with Elliott Wave.
Yeah.
I've gotten
So
like an introduction video
when
to it.
I have some because I'm like in an Elliott Wave like channel. I can send you like the books that he sent me if you do want
Yeah,
to
that'd
read
be
them.
cool.
But
I
yeah,
love it. I used to
okay,
think,
yeah,
oh, it's all nonsense, but like once I started watching the price, you see it happening and you realize this is not nonsense. Like it's literally
yeah.
mathematics.
It's literally mathematics, dude.
Yeah. But do you see the
Like
side? Do you see how it's
I
moving?
yeah, I actually I'm seeing how it's moving.
So it is in real time. So it does show you like the price as the price moves. This is on the
Mhm.
Nasdaq.
Yeah,
Um,
like
it's
there's
it's
good
cool, right?
volume. Yeah,
And
honestly,
volume
because
tends
like
to aggregate in the middle. But yeah,
so like okay, because I was just gonna say according to that peak volume right there, I feel like if you bought it without waiting on a retracement, like you know, but see, okay, does it continue to go without dipping down? I'd be
it's
interesting.
funny. Yeah. It is. I could. Yeah. One thing I'd say, like just going into this area, if I were to be like, this is a 5 second chart, so of course it's like anything's gonna happen. But just by
Okay,
using that area, and it's always changing, right? But just by
yeah,
using this area, I would say like if I'm gonna buy right now, if I'm just gonna buy in, my stop would be below this high volume area.
mm,
Basically, is how I would play it.
yeah,
And if I were to be a
that
seller, I would want to see like the sellers break below that in order
mm,
to hit the sell. But
yeah,
otherwise, do nothing. Just don't even be in a trade. This is of course a 5 second chart, so like it's very volatile.
yeah, that's pretty cool. Man, uh, I think I've asked you but you said that tool is only for if you're paying for trading view, right?
I think it's no, it's all on TradingView for like free, I'm pretty sure. So indicators,
Mhm.
it's just the visible range volume profile.
Okay, physical
That's what I
range
use.
for
Yeah.
okay. I'm gonna look at that.
And
Man,
one thing though, like it's so hard to argue against volume is like the market. I've learned I've not learned. I've noticed in the past year because I've been watching the markets for like maybe 3 years, like really closely. And in the past year, I've noticed more people talking about VWAP. Like you ever heard like people talking about VWAP?
I think you mentioned that before. Is that
I
like a
always hear
V
other
shape?
people talk. It's no, it's like volume weighted average price.
Okay, no, I don't think I've heard
Okay.
of it.
It's yeah, a lot of people have started talking about it, and more people have started talking about volume indicators. So
Mm.
I've been getting more involved in that. But it's kind of like volume is like a really important thing in the market, of course.
Yeah,
Everybody
for
kind of like
sure.
knows that. Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's like time, volume, and price are the three most important things, in my opinion. I think it's a fact, but I don't know. I'm
yeah, I
not
would
too
agree.
committed. Yeah.
I mean, I would agree because like, because you can have your fundamentals and it can say one thing, but if nobody is actively in the markets and if there's no volume in the markets, the kind of like when the dollar was on that crazy bull run and the fundamentals were looking pretty good for the dollar, but everybody's just like, man, are we gonna keep buying the dollar? There was no volume for it to continue,
Yep.
and eventually saw that
At the end
change.
of the
Yeah,
day, at the end of the day, these charts are just orders on a book. That's simply
yeah,
what it is. Yeah.
yeah,
But
yeah,
these
yeah.
currencies are looking good. Like they have a nice bounce going.
Yeah, the euro is looking pretty strong.
Yeah. The pullback was very like shallow. Like the pullback was like it's like a bull flight pretty much,
Yeah,
essentially.
held a little bit better. and the GBP and the AUD.
Yeah. I'd say AUD is second, right? I would say like in
Yeah.
just in terms of the
Hmm.
shortest term time frame, AUD
Yeah, I
second.
would
Then I
agree.
would put GBP and JPY as similar. Surprised
Yeah.
how well AUD held up.
I I am because I'm looking at this CAD JPY, and it was doing so well, and like but now that impulse candle that is printing make I
Yeah.
mean I don't hate it because I mean to me
Oh,
it,
yeah.
it still looks, I mean, from a technical analysis standpoint, like the structure to me is still bullish, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't buy that. I wouldn't buy that. Not
Yeah.
that is too impulsively down. That looks
Wonder what's up with the Canadian dollar. Because it must be
yeah
the Japanese yen. Yeah, Canadian dollar is surprisingly like
yeah
this
because
probably is not a good exchange.
I'm looking at GBP JPY. It's pulling down a little bit, but still holding overall. Euro JPY has just been a killer.
Oh, Euro JPY just going down?
Yeah, just no,
Hmm.
just going up. Yeah,
Oh,
Euro JPY going. Yeah,
okay. Yeah.
yeah.
I was noticing I
Yeah.
was in CAD JPY a little bit yesterday,
Mhm.
and I was noticing it was like almost like a trending day, but I did get out because I bought on this 15-minute higher low,
Yeah.
like right down here. But I got out because I was just thinking like it looked too high. Like felt like I was buying the top, especially on the hourly chart. I was pretty much buying like right there. So it just felt wrong to like hold this for going higher. So I'm glad I got out of that. But
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
But like, looks like it's doing a potential deeper retest, but it
gotta be
would be
patient.
way too, yeah, way too early to just be like, yeah, let me go ahead and buy now. Not even no wicks, no nothing. That's strong bearishness for sure.
Yeah.
Uh, go ahead and share my chart real quick. Look at some Forex pairs real quick. See how they're doing. Um, look at everything that I'm not in. So um, USD JPY. That to me, that
Ooh.
just looks terrible. That just looks terrible.
Yeah.
That just
I'm glad I put
uh
my stop. I kind of kept raising my stop, so I'm glad I'm out of that too.
yeah.
Wow.
So like, but it's like looking at it though. So it's like where, because I'm not bullish on it, right? But it's just like where would you say that like you start selling this thing because
Yeah.
it's been going up for so long. So for me. I feel like I personally could, and this is kind of why I haven't shorted USD CAD, but I feel like personally, because it could do that, but I feel like I couldn't sell this until it broke,
Yeah.
these levels right here, and then you can start selling it to like things like that. But yeah, USD
Yeah.
JPY has been on a super bullish run, man. Is it gonna change? Maybe, but kind of the same thing with USD CAD, because it's just kind of been on this uptrend every time it touches it bounces. But with the weak dollar, and I keep getting these notifications. With the weak dollar, it made that first move down, that second move, but didn't break below. So like I still don't like it. But if it can start to break below these, then I can like a potential a short on USD CAD, like to this potential support level uh that's like down here. And then um AUD USD, we were talking about that yesterday too. This is one of those trades that would have probably got me and my impatience, because once it broke this level, I probably would have
Mm,
been looking for sales somewhere around here, but it immediately closed back up, so that was a telling sign too. And then it even retested it one more time. So, but still not above still not above the support level right here. But truth be told, I like the buy on this. And from a daily perspective, like I personally, I would take a buy and put it right below this daily wick that has happened and continue to see if this could go up. But just because I'm in trades right now, probably wouldn't do it. But I don't hate that trade personally, just with the way I trade. Uh,
Yeah.
what is there else to look at? GBP JPY. Missed that one. Not really anything. CAD JPY. Not really anything. Euro USD. Uh, didn't take it because it wasn't as weak as the GBP. But I feel like I should have never closed out that one trade I was in, but whatever. But see how
Same.
it
Yeah.
kind of just like yeah, just kind of like balanced out, never really retested. Kind of like those impulse balance things we were talking about. GBP USD did more of like the classical break structure, retest structure, and potentially continuing structure. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Gold, still not in the clear for gold, man. Would like to see it break this level, man. I hope it could break this level, man. That would be so nice, man. That would be so
Yeah.
nice. It's today Thursday or Friday,
Today's Thursday. Yeah. Yeah.
so you
So we
still
still got an extra
have
day. So I mean, it's possible it can make
today.
some more room to
Mhm.
get them out.
Yeah, and then let's see what happens at 9:30 when when uh when the market opens up. But on the DXY, it never perfectly retested that 236. So I feel like that is still something to like maybe be aware of. Like, could it literally just do that and start to break higher? That's for sure. But would like to see that break today, but
Yeah.
only time will tell, yeah. But I think that'll be it for me, man. Just gonna be gradually probably coming back on the charts like every hour. Oh, I think those trades I'm in are doing kind of well right now, man. So I'm gonna refresh it. Let's see how man my internet's back going. Okay, okay. So hey man,
Oh, nice, nice.
5%. So on the pass this thing, man, not gonna let my patience get the best of me, even though I kind of did yesterday, but
Yeah.
I I smartened up real quick yesterday. So yeah, man.
Same thing happened to me yesterday too. Yeah.
Yep, yep, yep.
Gonna keep it
So
going into
yeah.
today. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I'll most definitely be contacting you through the day, how I always do. Appreciate you, man, for taking the
For
time and
sure.
speaking. Yes,
I'll be
sir. Yes,
here.
sir. Yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
man. Appreciate everybody who watches these, if anybody does watch these, for sure. But yeah, man, Kailash, I will see you soon, my brother.
Oh yeah, yeah. Definitely.
All
Yeah.
right, sir. Yes, sir.